I don't think it's just post-travel blues. In my last video I said this trip is a test, and this is why. Because I didn't really explain what's behind that. And I think a lot of people feel this, but don't really talk about it. That feeling where your life is fine, nothing's wrong, but something still doesn't feel quite right. For me, that feeling shows up every time I travel, especially in Southeast Asia. I come back to the UK and something feels off. I used to just call it post-travel blues, but the more I thought about it, I don't think that's what it is. Post-travel blues makes it sound temporary, like it fades, like you just get back into your routine and move on. But for me, it doesn't really go away. I think the real reason is, when I'm travelling, I feel more like myself. Not a different person, just a clearer version. More present, more open, more curious. And then I come back here, and everything goes back to normal. It's like I come back, sit down at my desk, and everything's exactly how it was. But I'm not quite the same. Work, routine, structure, and none of that is bad. I actually quite like my job. My life is stable. It works. But at the same time, it doesn't feel like enough. And I think that's the confusing part. Because it's not about being unhappy. It's about realising there might be something more. Travelling has kind of exposed that. I think what's changed isn't my life, it's my awareness of it. And I think the mistake I've made before is trying to ignore that feeling, just pushing it down, telling myself it'll pass. But it doesn't. It comes back every time. And that's why I'm making these videos. Not because I had some big plan figured out, or because I know exactly how this plays out. It's actually the opposite. I spent a long time thinking about this stuff and not really doing anything with it. So this channel is me actually testing it. Seeing what happens if I take it seriously, if I document it properly, if I stop just imagining a different life and actually try to build one. And I want to keep this real, not just the build up to the trip, but everything around it, how I plan it, how I film it, what it actually feels like when I'm there, not just the highlights. So if this is something you've ever thought about doing, you'll be able to see what it's really like and decide for yourself if it is something you'd actually want. And one thing I've noticed already is how different people's experiences are. I've been posting on other platforms as well, and a lot of people, especially from the Philippines, have been really positive about the idea, really supportive. But at the same time, there have been comments from people warning me off, talking about the challenges, the reality of living there. And I think that's important, because I don't want to go into this with a one-sided view. I don't want to just see the highlights and ignore everything else. So that's another part of this, actually understanding what it's really like, not just from my experience, but from people who already live it. And that's why this trip matters, because it's not just about going somewhere, it's about figuring it out. Is that feeling real, or is it just temporary? And if you've ever felt that pull, like there might be something more out there for you, then you'll probably get why I'm doing this. And if you're someone who already lives in the Philippines, or you've made a move like this for yourself, I'd actually be really interested to hear your experience, the good parts and the difficult ones, because I'm trying to understand this properly, not just from one point of view. And I'd actually prefer honest answers, even if it's not what I want to hear. I don't have a clear plan yet. I don't know exactly where this leads. But I do know this. I can't ignore it anymore. So for now, I'm just going to keep exploring it and see where it goes.
The world is a map that is waiting for me, from the peaks of the Alps to the edge of the sea.